In this video I'm going to talk about the thing that no one really wants to do. And this is the thing that really will keep a person stuck where they are and will keep a person from achieving what it is that they want to achieve. So whether it's a health goal, a personal goal, a spiritual goal, a mental goal, an emotional goal, this one piece of the puzzle, this one aspect of the equation is the one that people hit and they stop. And of course, I'm talking about action, I'm talking about practice, I'm talking about discipline. Now all of these things are the things that will actually deliver you to a result and will actually shift your present situation into a different place. But this is the one thing that everyone forgets and very few of us actually want to do, which is why only 1 to 2% of a population or of a group or of a niche actually achieve and rise to levels of high skill and exceptional achievements and talent. Now, whether it's a health goal, for example, something that I kind of have an opinion on, which is when I talk to people, when I work with people one-on-one, something that comes up, it kind of goes like this. Let's say they have an issue A, and the solution is, these 3 things. And it's so obvious, it's worked for a lot of people. It's pretty much just a straight line from point A to point B. But what the usual response is when I say, oh, well, do this in this way, this often, and after this period of time, you're probably going to experience a shift. And usually what comes back is, oh yeah, I heard that, I tried it once, but I didn't really do anything, or oh, I have a bottle of it in my cabinet and I kind of forgot about it, or I was going to order it, but then I got busy and I forgot. Just a list of excuses which basically indicate that, although I'm saying that I want to be over here and solve this issue over here and move over to here, I'm really not wanting to for some reason, because I'm not actually going to take action and do the thing that's actually going to get it done and cause the result. Now, to use a sports analogy, let's say you have a sport or a skill or a hobby or an art that you're into, whether you're a painter, a writer, musician, or you play golf, you play basketball, whatever. It would be absurd for you to sit on your couch and think, I'm going to be the best artist on the world. I'm going to achieve so many heights. I'm going to paint some great things. But you never paint. You just sit on your couch and talk about it. You would be laughed at, and no one would ever think you would ever have a chance of actually achieving anything. Likewise, let's say you want to develop your golf swing, and you want to learn to hit a longer drive, but you never go to the driving range, you never practice, you never actually do the thing that's going to get you closer to where you want to go. Everyone's going to laugh at you, and you're basically just not ever going to get where you want to get. Same thing with health, with exercise, all of those things. Herbs don't work if you don't take them. You can invest the money and buy the best herbs, you can buy the best foods, everything, but unless you actually do the thing that's going to get the result, which is put it in your body on a regular basis enough to actually get the result, you're not ever going to get the result, and you're just going to be stuck with your excuses and the reasons why, it's the way it is, the reasons why, oh, you tried this but didn't work. All of those things just indicates that you're really not committed, you really don't want to have the actual result, because if you did, you would do the thing that it would take to get it done. And there's no shortage of strategies, no shortage of supplements and things to try, but there is definitely a shortage of actually taking the action and doing the thing and committing the time and the energy and actually investing what you need to invest to actually get the result that you're wanting to get. So it's the same thing. It applies to so many different aspects, so many different areas of your life. So right now what you need to do is think about that one thing that's probably in the back of your mind that you're thinking, I should do that. I've been thinking about doing that. Maybe I want to do it, and I know if I do it, then it'll get this result. Or maybe if I do it, it'll make me closer to where I want to go. You need to do that now. You need to do that today. You need to do that as soon as you can, or at least take a step towards it, or at least get the ball moving or get the ball rolling. Because one way to illustrate this so you can understand the process is that at first it seems like such a hard thing. It seems so hard just to get going. So there's 2 illustrations, 2 analogies that you can use. The first is that when they're launching something into space, pretty much all of the fuel is used just getting the thing off the ground, out of the atmosphere, into space. And once it hits a certain height, once it hits a certain altitude, then it kind of coasts. Likewise, another illustration is that when say you have a boulder, this huge rock you want to push down a hill, well, it's going to take a lot of energy just to get that boulder going and going. And once you get it to a certain point and it goes over that tipping point and it gains momentum and then it just starts speeding up and speeding up, it just gets easier and easier and easier as you go along. So the point is, the hardest part is just getting started. Even if you're not 100% sure what to do, start with the first thing that's in your mind. Start with the first thing that you think or feel you should do. And from there, you'll start to figure it out. You'll start to test. This doesn't work. This works. But the whole thing, just get going. Push that boulder down the hill. Get some altitude and get started. And you'll get closer to your result. Because in your mind, when you're doing this thing, you can say, this action is taking me a step closer to where I want to be. So, if you have any questions or comments, post them below, and I'll talk to you soon.